Sorry for the delay. I had to make sure my audio was working, and then I was hearing my neighbor calling somebody. And on top of that, my own sister had to remind me that I had a reading scheduled tonight, because I totally forgot I had this scheduled for 7. I thought I had it scheduled for 8. But let's give a shout out to sis, because she reminded me that I did have this scheduled for 7 o'clock, because I totally did forget. With all of that being said, hello everyone, welcome in, welcome in. How are you all? I hope if you are here in America, hopefully you had a good time with your family this Thanksgiving and was enjoying all of the delicious food. Do excuse me if I sound like I'm about to go into have some narcolepsy going on, because I definitely stuffed my face. And yeah, I didn't expect this, but I thought I had more time to digest food. So excuse me for that, because here in America, we are celebrating Thanksgiving or Turkey Day or Gobble Gobble Day, whatever people like to call it, just time off day, but that's what it is. So I want to excuse myself before I even get started. With all of that being said, you all know today we are doing a reading on Jung Hae-In, Jisoo, and Jung So-min. This is a part 2. The iCard will not be linked now because it is a live, but you can always go back later. I do have a previous reading that I did on Jung Hae-In and just kind of like his career and his love life, and that was something that was of interest to people. So I thought, why not follow up on it in this current reading, because there seems to be a love triangle that seems to be alluded that's going on in his life. So here we are doing that. But before I get started, as I always like to recommend, please use your power of discernment as we go into this reading. If it's something that I state that resonates, fine. If it's something that I state and you don't believe it's not resonating with you, that's also fine as well, because I am an intuitive reader. Sometimes there's going to be some things that I am going to, I guess you can kind of say, misinterpret or mistranslate, but I'm going to try my best to give you the best message that I can. With that being said, please point your eyes to the bottom of the screen and know that all statements made are alleged for entertainment purposes only. Because these are based on important, influential figures, I do not want someone, hold on, I actually need to put my phone on Do Not Disturb because that's embarrassing. I don't want you to take it and just be like, oh, she knows something about them or something like that, because that's not the case. I am simply doing this kind of like to practice and on things that interest me. So yeah, I don't have any insight or anything like that. I really just go off the dome with it. That's it. The second part of this is, please note that tarot should not be used as like the final or the only thing you consult when you make decisions. I don't care if it's financial, if it's medical, if it's law, or if it's legal. Please consult with those people who, you know, hold degrees or a profession in those fields, so you may make the best choice for yourself, because, you know, there's no one of one. Everybody's issues is different. So with that being said, you see me shuffling the deck here. I am using my Romantic Lenormand deck here. I thought it was only fitting to do so, since this is pretty much a romantic reading that we're doing. Yes, honey. Now my dog want to get active. Oh, okay. Do you have to go outside right now? Seriously? Seriously? You're going to have to wait, because I'm in the middle of this, and that's messed up that you're doing this right now. So let's get into this. Let's see here. Shuffle here. So yeah, I'm gonna do Jung Hae-In and Jisoo first, because I think that's the bigger relationship here that a lot of people are interested in. We're going to see what's going on between Jung Hae-In and Jisoo, if there's still something going on here, because I alluded that there may be some competition or something like that, or some kind of love rival that's coming up for him in the previous reading I did. I wasn't exactly sure what it was, but thank you to everyone who watched that video and corrected me on who his actual co-star name is, because I did flub that up. And the woman, and alluding to the woman that was potentially coming up in that reading, a lot of people think it was Jisoo. So I'm going to follow up and see if that is the case here, and then we're going to go from there. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I had two kind of flip over here. Well, actually three, because here's that one. So we have the clover, we have the stork, and then we have the moon coming up here. I like that we have two hearts that came up. And again, I'm getting something about with money with him before, and I said it felt like it was something like, it felt like money was a blockage to him in his romantic life in some sort of sense, or maybe he's just really career focused or something like that. I was getting that last time. The stork, yes, it can sometimes speak of pregnancies or deliveries of some sort, but you know, also can mean kind of like to me, I usually sometimes interpret it as like a nest egg thing. Again, something dealing with finances, but it's usually something dealing with family. And the moon is the same in pretty much a lot of things. You know, the moon is sometimes feminine. It can sometimes allude to like secrecy, things that are hidden that shouldn't be revealed as of yet. But I'm going to see what's actually meant to come out here in regards to his feelings for Jisoo. Okay, I'm getting anchor here. So I do think there is still some leftover feelings or something that he hasn't worked through in regards to Jisoo. I believe some people have said that they did date before in the past, or a lot of people speculated that they did. I'm not going to count those because I didn't even have the thought in my head yet. But yeah. I hate when that happens. I go to lay my finger over and flip cards over. Okay. I might have to just pull a card for Jisoo here. It's not something that's just coming up easily. Okay, I'm gonna pull this one here and see what we get. We have the ship. I find it funny we got the ship and the anchor here. Someone has very much moved on and someone is still stuck on it. Okay, this is sticking out to the side. I'm going to see what this is. We have the book. And the moon card is coming up underneath here again. To me, this just feels like unfinished business. Like there's still something to be worked out. There's a windfall or some kind of, I don't know what this issue with money is between these two. Because I was getting this last time and it's something with money. Again, I don't know if it's they have some kind of contract or if it's because they're pulled in two different directions. I believe she's from Blackpink, right? So that's a girl group and he's just an actor as far as I know, maybe model. But it just feels like it's always something with money coming up here. And then we have the fox coming up in reverse. So that usually speaks to things of like sneaky behavior, deception, deceit, those kind of things. And then we also have the bear here, and to me that just is protective energy. Let's see if I can get more info. Let's see what else we're gonna get. Hey Art, thanks for stopping in. I am not too familiar with Blackpink. I think I know 2 songs by them, and that's because I was forced to play Just Dance. And that's how I know about them. Is it Ice Cream? And then I forget the other one. Fence Boundaries with the anchor here. Fence and Boundaries with the anchor. This makes me feel like he was very hurt in this relationship, or he's just very guarded about it, or in some type of sense, for whatever reason. Well, you can definitely tell me more, because I'm not a big K-pop nerd, but I do know a little bit. So we have cowrie shells here, and cowries, if you don't know, is also an older form, or is believed to be an older form of payment, or people used to use as like money. So again, something with money is coming up here again. We also have yields and patience, and then we have the crystal achievement coming up here. Now, I find it funny that I'm getting this for Jisoo, because this was something that was along the same energy I was getting for him, where it felt like he was aspiring to get to a certain point in his career before like pursuing some kind of romantic relationship. And so with having the crystal's achievement and the money and the patience here, it's kind of like she's on the whole. Is she maybe going through some kind of contract thing too? Because I feel something about along those lines seems to be coming up too. We do have the book here for the energy in between. And I don't know if there's a thing in South Korea where it's kind of like competing labels, essentially. Because I kind of want to say it's probably something dealing with their teams or their management companies, or in some sense, it's just like they're the force that's kind of like dividing here. You listen to an unhealthy amount. Is there an unhealthy amount of music that you could listen to? I disagree with that, but I'm a music lover myself, so. Clouds, distractions. And the underlying energy here, we have personal power. That anchor comes up again, stability, and then mountains, obstacles. I'm going to guess that it's something dealing with their respective teams or family or something. It's kind of like been the division between these two. And I think I was getting something along those lines in the previous one. Where I said it felt like maybe he was trying to impress someone's family, and that's why he feels like he has to get some kind of accolades under his belt before pursuing some kind of romantic relationship. There does feel like it's a blockage here. I don't really think she's as interested in him as he is interested in her, though, if I was to go based off of these cards. Not saying that the feelings are one-sided. It kind of feels like things haven't lined up quite yet. You know how sometimes it comes in a point in a relationship where somebody is giving more to the relationship than the other person. Not saying that they checked out. It's just kind of like they've maneuvered the relationship down the importance of how important it is on the totem pole to them. It's more so along those lines for me. Yeah, I have heard that too, Arc, where it's kind of hard for, and not just the K-pop idols, but I've heard that even for the actors, it's a very toxic relationship that they tend to have with their fan bases. So it makes it hard for them to date and be with other people. So maybe it is the fandom. I wonder if but I don't know. Me personally, as far as I know, because again, I am not familiar with the K-pop world or like Korean actors, but I feel like she's a bigger star than he is. I think his star is on the rise. I think he is becoming more famous than her. So to me, it's kind of confusing that she would be the one that's more off put about dating him, unless it's something where it's like your stardom needs to match mine, or it needs to be bigger than mine in order for there to be some reason for me to date you or to make this easier. But yeah, it would be confusing to me if it's the opposite energy. But I am flipping these cards over because I had some of these flipped over. These tea leaves just be. And I'm going to see if I can get some more details here on what's this energy that I'm getting between the two. That's why I'm here just gabbing, trying to waste time, because I don't like them facing up. Because if something actually does flip over that I need to read, I want to actually be able to catch it. And you know, it's not even trying to say anything bad about the K-pop fans or stans or whatever you call them, because we have it very much here in America. You have toxic fan bases here in America. They don't want you dating certain actors. I mean, look at Holly and DDG, how rabid. And people aren't even, some people probably aren't even fans of either one of them, but it's just because, oh, that's not what I think you should have. It's not what the public wants for you, so it's a problem. Let's see. Okay, look, we already got one that flipped over here. We have Haystack, Karma, you will reap what you have sown. And then we have Club, someone will try to make you do something against your will. I did get the Fox again for the underlying energies in regards to something being or alluding to mischievous or mistrustful behavior, deceitful behavior in some type of way. I don't know what this is here. Again, if I had to guess, I would say it's something dealing with personal parties on one of their sides, or kind of like their management teams or something. In some case, not wanting them to be romantically involved. We do have the Tortoise here. We have Teardrops, Great Personal Sorrow. We have Slowly but Surely Getting Ahead. I really feel like that's him. Handshake, a meeting with a stranger could be important. Love, deep affection, and caring. Yeah, like I said, to me, it doesn't feel like it's a one-sided love. Like, I do think there's some care there, but it really feels like, for whatever reason, somebody doesn't want this relationship to happen or to work out. I do think she's kind of like further along in the grieving process. Yeah, I'll say it like that. I feel like she's further along in the grieving process, where she's come to the point of acceptance, where he is still very much probably still focused on, well, I would like for this to happen. Like, why couldn't this be a thing? That's more so along the energies I'm getting. What else is underlying here? We do have feeling tied down or frustrated. We do have bail, an announcement, and then again, look what comes up. The 4-leaf clover, something dealing with luck, great fortune. So somebody is coming into a good contract. Or wait, didn't he just sign a contract or renewed his contract with his management company? But she has a card that's dealing with achievement. So maybe something is about to happen in Jisoo's career, because she does have the crystal with the achievement here in abundance. Also, if I don't mention this, I would be a bad reader, but the ship can also allude to things of like travel. It can mean maybe something dealing with international deals. I do oftentimes hear that a lot when it comes to K-pop stars and stuff like that, of wanting to just break out outside or be bigger outside of just the Korean atmosphere or country, where they're bigger in other places as well. So kind of breaking into that international market. So maybe that could be something else here that's coming up for her. And he's feeling very, I don't want to say stagnant, but again, that energy of like, there's still something he's trying to break through on. He is still trying to achieve, that's coming up on his end. She's got her own agency. Maybe she's gonna sign a good artist or something. Is it also a music agency? Is she helping create other K-pop stars? Because more power to her, girl power. Wishing her luck on that endeavor. Because I hear that is not a joke over there in Korea. They do not play. Really? I thought, because I could have sworn maybe like last year I heard that Blackpink broke up, or they were trying to like, or a lot of the girls was looking to sign another deal, but people were kind of like, they kind of were getting the NSYNC treatment essentially, where they were kind of like, okay, you're aging out, we need to bring somebody else up, and they were trying to use them to catapult somebody else's career. I think that's the last thing I really heard about Blackpink. Like, I know one of the girls, is excuse me if I'm wrong on this, I believe it's Lisa. She's also from Blackpink. I think she's like the rapper. I know she has kind of embarked on a solo career, but again, I don't know too much, so please give me a heads up in the comments. Okay, let's see here what Jung Hae-In's relationship is with Jung So-min, because I read the wrong one last time. Okay, whoa. So we have the child here, we have the cross, and then we have the moon coming up again, and the mountain. So again, usually that speaks to obstacles to overcome. Again, things dealing with secrecy, can deal with feminine energy. The cross can speak to religious things. It can speak to commitment. It can speak to beliefs, faith. The child, of course, it can just allude to things from when you were younger, or some young energy that's probably coming in on something, playfulness. But let's see what's actually supposed to stick here. I'm mixing them up in the deck here. Okay, so they were focusing on their solo careers. That's what it was. Okay, got you. Okay, and why is the child steady coming up? Okay, I'm gonna let it stick this time because this is the second time we have the child coming up, and this is in regards to his energies towards Jung So-min. And then we also have the book again, but this time it's coming up in reverse. The book and the child. Okay, got you. That makes sense. I'm glad they still do it. The birds, the whip, and the cross is coming up again. Okay, I feel like this one wanted to flip over. Okay, this is speaking to just like loyalty and friendship to me, because that's what the dog usually represents. Loyalty, friendship. I'm not sure why the child's card would come up here. I don't know if they have been long-term friends or something. Like, this is just a friendly relationship. Is not, I mean, again, not saying that romance can't build off from a friendship. I know that's how most people would want their relationships to kind of be, but to me, this is reading more so friendly, not romantic. Very innocent, childlike, very what's another word? I'm blanking on the word. Oh no. Just kind of, mutual. Okay, I'm gonna pull this top card. We have key. And then the underlying here, we have Ouse. house, and then man. Did she recently go through a breakup of some sort? Or do they have like a mutual friend or acquaintance? Because I'm seeing this tower card here underneath the man in the house, and to me it makes me feel like there was some kind of disruption or breakup or break here. And I hear YG Entertainment is pretty big. It seems like they have a lot of the bigger Korean stars that I've heard of under that label. I've heard of YG Entertainment before. So that's pretty interesting. But again, yeah, I don't know if there's something here, if they have, if she has recently come from a breakup, or is some kind of man in between them, or they have a shared acquaintance, or again, it could be something where it could be alluding to their kind of friendship. But this tower card and the clouds coming up underneath here, it just makes me feel like there's some kind of there's there's some third party here that's kind of like being the blockage, or they could potentially lead to the downfall of this relationship or something. To me right now it feels cordial, but that seems like that could change. And I wonder, so typically when I see the key though, this just makes me feel like, especially on top of them recently being in a big, I guess you would call it like blockbuster hit, to me it just seems like success. Like they do have a key to each other's success here. Again, this does feel like a very innocent relationship as well. Are they signed under the same entertainment company or something too? Because again, with the book here, sometimes they can read to like agreements or contracts and stuff like that too, sometimes for me. It's a lot of third party in this reading here. Okay, so we got fireflies here, wonder. I'm gonna actually flip this in upright. I feel like it's supposed to come upright. I don't know, to me this kind of feels like starstruck. Like he just admires her artistry. Okay, that was caution, the traffic cone, but I want to see if that's supposed to stick here with her. Oh, do you see that? And what was this one? Rainbow Hope. Now this is making me feel like this is unrequited love in a sense, or a secret crush. But the dog usually speaks to like friendship, loyalty to me. It doesn't usually give romantic, but again, we have the heart and the rainbow here with the hope. I mean, maybe it could be a very doting and caring friend that wants to see their friend do well, but it's kind of hard to ignore that heart love card. Ooh, let's see. We have flamingo fun. But why would fun come up in reverse? And usually with the key here, not relationships. We also have healing. And we have distractions coming up again. Key, opportunity. Key has come up twice. I just want you all to note that. Healing, relationships. I'm going to tell you what the scenario feels like, and I'm just going to leave it there because I don't know much about either one of these people to say that this is exactly what it is. But it kind of feels like two people who have come out of a bad breakup and they started to bond over, you know, being dumped or having a bad breakup. And so they found comfort in one another, or some people would probably call it trauma bonding. And they, you know, have a, you know, great love and appreciation for one another. They, you know, seen each other at their weakest or most vulnerable moments. So, you know, I guess you can say it speaks to a stronger bond that they could potentially be having. But yeah, it just feels like two people who maybe trauma bonded or, you know, seen each other at their weakest after a bad breakup. I don't know if that's the scenario, but that's what it feels like. Yep. I did hear that he apparently renewed his contract too. Yeah, I hear he is very happy with his label. All right, honey, you're gonna knock the table over. You know you're too big for that. You're a big boy. Okay, hold on. Can I just get through this reading and then I got you? You can get Thanksgiving leftovers. So again, I'm not going to say that she probably has unrequited feelings for him, but I will say it does feel like there's a lot of appreciation for one another. Temporary situation. Dealings or a relationship with a younger man. Is he younger than her? I said something about a third party before too, because I had the man card in the Romantic Lenormand. Yes, that's the puppers. It's the big puppers, not the little puppers. Okay, and then we, again, the dog is coming up here, but it says dog barking, advice from a friend. Oh, we have a stubborn or aggressive person that's coming up. Is he helping her through something with somebody? A barrel. You feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. It could go either way. The money part, I'm definitely feeling like is him, because I was picking up on something like that in my last reading on him, where he's like, I'm trying to push gas on this as far as I can. No, so I'm reading between Jung So-min and Jung Hae-In now. I did Jisoo earlier. Say, I keep getting something about money coming in too. Let's see what's one more card that's going to come out here. Ooh, ooh, and it flew on the floor. Oh, no, you're okay. I did just Jisoo earlier, and now I'm doing Jung So-min. Yeah, somebody is going to come into some more money here, because this is like the third card I've gotten dealing with like some kind of abundance, some kind of success, some kind of windfall or something coming in. But the thing that I'm honing in on, because again, I'm trying to hone it on the romantic, but things with the career keeps coming up. I'm getting something here with dealings with a younger man and this dog barking. And I find that interesting because we had the dog for Jung So-min, and the underlying card that I got earlier when I was pulling between these two, we had the man card in here, remember? And it was dealing with like some kind of tower. So that's interesting. I do think these two have a pretty strong bond, though. If nothing else, I do think it's a very friendly, very like loving bond. I don't think it has to be romantic. I want to say that because I see the hope and the heart card here, but it doesn't have to be romantic. It could just be very and you know, loving relationship. Oh wait, so he's older than her? Hmm. Oh, so Jisoo, sorry. Okay, so Jisoo is 29 and he's 36, and so Min is 35. Okay. Yes, you should watch K dramas. Because the reason why I'm doing this reading on Jung So Min and Jung Hae-In is that Love Next Door is really good. It's a really good one. And if you like another one from Jung Hae-In, I would also recommend, oh my God, is it One Spring Night? Oh, I love that one. I go back and watch that a lot. Okay, so I think something else that may help here is if we read on the energies between Jung So Min and Jisoo. I want to see if there's something that's going to come up between the two ladies, and maybe that'll help clarify some things. And then I'm going to wrap it up from there, okay? Because maybe that'll let us know if there's some kind of like love rival going on, if there's some underlying battle going on for Jung Hae-In, if there's something going on, if there's a love triangle here. Yeah, I've picked up on a little bit of Korean watching K dramas, but not enough for how much I watch. Because I definitely consume a lot of it, I think. Oh, so I don't know who Bak Jin Hee. Am I saying that right? I could be butchering their names. Sorry, but I don't know who that one is. I do think she is supposed to be streaming later today. Arc. I do think she's supposed to be streaming later today. Um, if you all tend to like to watch retro games, my sister is actually streaming later. You can see her under Ebony Unicorn. If you all were trying to wonder who I was talking about. Okay, so let's get in between Jisoo and Jung So Min. Let's see what energy is coming up here between these two. Oop, okay, so we have two cards here. We have the owl and the coffin here. So the owl to me usually kind of bring up like hunter energy. It can speak to some kind of predatory stuff here. It can speak to like nighttime activities. The coffin here can speak to the ending of things, something coming to an end. So to me, it just kind of feels like they may know each other. Again, this is off of Jisoo's energy, so we're all on the same page. Just kind of feels like I'm not really paying attention to what this person doing. Like maybe they cross paths a little bit, but it doesn't feel like any maliciousness so far. Oh, I do want to know what flipped over here. We have the key and the stars here, but we're going to see if what's actually supposed to stick for Jung So Min's energy towards Jisoo. Okay, I'm getting two cards here for both of these ladies. So we have the dog again for her, and then the clover, luck. Does she feel like she has to be protective over Jung Hae-In? It kind of feels like She's giving golden retriever energy right now, honestly. Hey, I think I had one flip over in here. No? Oh, I did actually. We have crossroads. Oh, and then look what we have underneath here. Heart, the moon again, and then the mice. Okay, so if I had to come up with a scenario to explain the intuitive feeling I'm getting here, and this is if I'm just giving the benefit of the doubt, it feels like Jung So-min is a loyal friend to Jung Hae-In, and she knows and is very much aware of the relationship between Jung Hae-In and Jisoo, and you know, because of her love, her loyalty to Jung Hae-In, she may kind of like feel like she has to be protective over him against, or like feels like she has to guard his emotions and his feelings towards Jisoo in a sense. That's more so what it's feeling like. The Soulman's best friend? Huh. So is that the third party I'm picking up on? Okay, infinity, we have, what does this say? Unlimited potential. Okay, Jisoo kind of gives me in this thing, it kind of feels like she's coming off as the strong diva in this. Like I'm not really worried about her, don't really care. Not that she would go out her way to treat Jung So-min in some type of way. It just feels like, you know, I'm not really worried about that. I don't cross paths with you. I can be cordial, whatever. It doesn't feel like she feels one way or another about Jung So-min. And then while we get resilience here with her, resilience, succulence. Okay. Yeah, it's just, to me, it feels more like they may be like industry or work friends. It doesn't feel like it's something more personal. But I do feel like there's more of a, at least on Jung So-min's side, it feels like she has to protect somebody that she know and care and love about that is involved with Jisoo, to me. And again, this is, I don't know, I just alluding off of the energy here. And because I'm doing this on a potential love triangle with Jung Hae-In, I'm assuming it's him, but it could be talking about someone else. And then we have yields here with the crossroads. It's funny, the crossroads and the yields is coming up here. So what is going on between these two ladies? There's some hesitant energy between the two. There's definitely some hesitant energy here. What is the underlying here? We have lightning, disruption, and to me, sometimes this can feel like the Tower card, so something, a potential upheaval coming up in the future. We do have the key here with the opportunity. This has come up a few times throughout this reading. So again, this could just be speaking to business opportunities that could be coming up between them. And then we also have the globe here, possibility. So again, potential job market, something on that fence here. It doesn't feel like it's something personal. This feels more so like work. I think this is very much just a work relationship. It doesn't feel like there's anything personal here. So I don't, so far from what I'm getting, it doesn't feel like this is like a love triangle kind of thing. It just more so feels like at least on Jung So-min's end, it feels more so industry friends, and you know, she tends to favor one more than the other, which I don't think is anything wrong with that. And yeah, but for some reason she feels like there's something here she feels like she has to guard against with just Jisoo for whatever reason. And I'm assuming it's dealing with another friend. Look, younger man coming up here. It's falling out again. Here we go with the barrel. And I shuffled these cards, I promise you. I shuffled these cards. Something else flipped over in here. We also have guaranteed success. So all of them have something coming up great in their future here. Some kind of success, some kind of windfall, some kind of career breakthrough that's coming up for them. Sien Gook. I do wonder what is coming up for Jung So-min, because I did hear like she recently went through a breakup. So I do wonder what's coming up for her in the future. Let's see. I'm going to pull 3 more cards, or see if 3 more cards come out between these two. And I'm going to wrap it up from there. Okay. Something with the older man. It's a lot of man in here. You know what they say, a lot of women problems starts with men, okay? Success, there is success here. Didn't we get the 10 earlier for somebody? Temporary situation. Okay, what's one more card here? Oh, and I see it. It's the crown. Honor and respect will come to you. Okay, and we're still getting something about money coming through, success coming up. We have the rooster. I believe this is yep, boastful, arrogant person you should not cross. And then we have broken bridge, unsuccessful outcome to a problem. Trust your intuition. Yeah, I don't know if that's again Jung So-min's interpretation of Jisoo. I don't know, but that's what I feel like it's alluding to. Yeah, okay, to sum it up, there is some kind of break or a divide or something behind the scenes happening between Jisoo and Jung Hae-In's relationship, where it's some third party is trying to keep them separated for whatever reason. I do think she has moved on and she's more focused, or as I said earlier, it feels like she's further along in the grieving process of what has been the outcome of that relationship, and she has kind of moved on. And I think he's very much stuck on kind of like not rehashing it, or maybe like working through it in some sense before he comes to the point of acceptance. It feels to me like he's probably still on the point of grieving before accepting. And then I think between Jung So-min and Jung Hae-In, it feels more like a very amorous friendship. Like again, they kind of met each other on a downward spiral somewhere in their path, and they kind of, I guess some people will call it trauma bonding. I would say just kind of meeting each other at their low point, and they created a strong bond from there. But I do think there is some third party energy coming up between Jung So-min and Jung Hae-In. And then in regards to Jung So-min and Jisoo's energy here, it just feels very much like Jung So-min feels like she has to be on guard against Jisoo for whatever reason. And I don't think this is a love triangle in the sense of like somebody's here, feelings are being unheard of or not known or something in that sense. It just kind of really feels like I'm guarding and protecting my friend. Yeah, Jisoo is coming. So that would explain a lot of like the star and success work here. That also could be dealings with the older and younger man here. Who knows what agents and people she's speaking to. So if all of that is true, that could be very much the energy that I'm picking up here. But it doesn't feel like there's a love triangle, and I'm not getting that. You think it's because of her ex? Yeah, maybe. I am picking up on third party energy in between all of these interactions, but I do think, again, to reiterate, I from what I'm getting from these cards, Jung So-min and Jung Hae-In's relationship feels like a very nice friendship. Like, we just want to be friends. It's nothing more than that. Like, I really love my friend. That's what it gives. Again, to me, Jung So-min is giving golden retriever energy, and I like that. I kind of like that. You oftentimes get energy like that from a woman. Usually it's very black cat energy. So yeah, that's what I'm getting in this reading. Yeah, I'm not picking up on anything else here. It just seems like a lot of successes coming their way. And there's a lot of, like, I guess you can kind of say behind the scene things in regards of, like, this is my friend, that's my friend kind of thing, and agreements, but I'm not getting anything where it's kind of like they feel like they're love rivals or some kind of maliciousness or anything like that is going on at all. So yeah, that's what I'm getting here for this reading. If you did like this reading, remember to hit that thumbs up, okay? Make sure to like this reading. If you have a friend or a family member who would be interested in this, make sure to share. If you would like to see more readings like this from me, make sure to hit that subscription. Make sure to hit that notification bell, setting it to all and to subscribe so you can see the next time I upload. I am doing a follow-up reading in regards to my underwater alien reading. Here in the US, we had a congressional hearing where supposedly there's underwater aliens, and I had a few downloads about that I'm going to follow up on. And then later on this week, I am also doing a reading on Kendrick Lamar as well. But if there is something you would like to see me do a reading on, please drop it down in the comments section, especially if it's for additional K-drama or K-pop idols that you have in mind. Let me know. With all of that being said, I thank you all for joining me on Thanksgiving. Hopefully you're not too stuffed like I am, and you can go back and watch things with your family. But thank you for joining me, and I will see you all, what is that, Saturday is the next time I'll go live. So yeah, you all have a good one. Bye.